Well, I tell you what, I hope the match lives up to the pre-match. That was fantastic. They nailed it.
Anthony Woodthorpe picks the ball out of Danny Care's van. Anthony about to take charge of what might be the biggest game of his career so far. All the best to him, Adam Leal and James Clark with the flags, Dean Richards, the TMO. Well, we're all going to have a fabulous Christmas. We're all looking forward to an even better 2026. And as launch pads, I can't think of anything much better than this. We're going to have a cracker. I'm old enough to remember the Morecambe and Wise Christmas show. There'll be one or two of you who do as well. That was always good fun. This is the kind of game that might be equally so. Marcus Smith, high towards the green lights that shine down from the east stand. Quins in the darker shirts, Bristol in the changed white tonight. Will Porter, Quinn scrum half with Danny Care now part of our team. Chug for Jack Walker, the Centurion, 100th game. Oh, and then Chandler Cunningham South. Alex Donbrandt or James Chisholm today. Porter to Smith. And the opportunity for Quins to find their rhythm. Guido Petty. Smith again, he's been busy. So too Cunningham South. Oh, he's bust through a door or two there. Smith again, all this ball time, hand time, beard with the latest surge. Cunningham South again. Big defending, however. Pedro Rubiolo throwing his weight around. Smith with the kick. Rubiolo made the chase not so easy. And Lewis Rees-Zammit, first job as a fullback is to gather and to call them on.
Really interesting start, that. Quins splitting the field and kicking right, trying to get Caden Murley straight into the game on that very first kick-off of the match. Got into a nice bit of rhythm. Chandler Cunningham South venomous in his carrying, but Rubiolo made the tackle that sucked all the momentum out of Quins. He knew it had to be done. Cunningham South dominant early.
You're good. Use it now. Still back
Nick skyward from the captain, Caden Murley. Did enough to make sure that Harlequins and Nick David can ask questions of Tom Jordan. Didn't find the answer the first time, but had time to get it second time round.
It's really nice from Marcus Smith and Nick David. Marcus looks up and just passes the ball into space. And when you have got that transitional type of rugby, you are just looking for space. Nick David finds it off his boot. Tom Jordan bobbles that one and gets the ball safely into touch, but it does mean that the majority of this game, 2 minutes 30, has been played in Bristol's half.
Walker's throw, Petty's take, brushed off the fingertips to launch the backs again. That's hard running from Oscar Beard, England international these days, debut against the States in Washington over the summer. Behind Walker to Smith and Murley and David offering his running threat from fullback. Two fullbacks this evening who will run and run all night. David and Rees-Zammit. Here's the new prop, Will Hobson, first Premiership start. David, role as the extra distributor. All down by Lovejoy Chawatama. Hobson. Beard again, weaving his way through after the hard run from Northmore had set up the situation. Deflected off James Williams' boot, shins. Smith goes back, stands up to confront the man who stopped him. Bristol still waiting to carry the ball for the first time. How long have we been playing? Best part of 4 minutes.
They're doing a lot of defending. Quins, Nick David showed that Quins are willing to kick when they think it's right. Porter will do the same now. Quins very, very keen to keep the ball in hand if they can. Kick to compete, they've been about 50-50 this season. That's why some of the kits are a bit too long, a bit too easily fielded. So Quins then are forced to kick. Good defence from Bristol from the Bears. Quins are effectively forced to kick. The kick is poor. Worked out quite nicely for the Bears.
What do we make of Lewis Rees-Zammit? First time as a Premiership starter at fullback this evening, Ooks.
I love the fact that he'll have greater licence to roam, and on a pitch this size he'll be able to inject himself into attack as and when he pleases. Plus, if Harlequins kick poorly, which I have done a couple of times, be wary of the threat and the speed of Lewis Rees-Zammit.
How might they expose him, though? He's not used to starting there, and if they can kick accurately, it's an opportunity.
Yeah, of course, and the other thing is, like, Gallagher is my favourite rugby player on the pitch today. However, he does have a tendency to switch off when he's having to defend and get in behind. In structured scenarios like this, where you've got 10-15 seconds, you can see Lewis Rees-Zammit is getting himself prepared to be able to get up and try and occupy this, and he does that brilliantly well.
And do you know what? Cassius Clee's got to do better then. If he's not competing for the ball, he's just let Rees-Zammit off without a challenge in the air. If you're not going to get there, get your timing right and hammer the bloke when he lands. Don't run past him and tap him on the side. You cannot kick too long to Lewis Rees-Zammit and allow him to run.
Williams, as Bristol spread it wide and offer the threat for the first time. Ball in hand, Gallagher comes with a gold-plated threat, but he was closed down quickly, as he will need to be.
And to what Flats is talking about, I mean, you see, I mean, it's brilliant from Rees-Zammit. Gets through that tackle, but look how quickly, from when Rees-Zammit gets them over that advantage line and get quick ball, how quickly then they shift the ball into space. Jordan flat the line. This is stunning out here. Van Rensburg just screwing things up, just lovely and fixing it. Then Revovo one-on-one. I mean, that's an outstanding tackle. But this fella here with space one-on-one is one of the deadliest finishes out there.
Quins line out, won by Kieran Treadwell. What's Oscar Beard up to? Seeking a safe house.
The Ropio drill off the back of the line out, that wasn't it? Quins looked to have rescued it, but all momentum gone, all plans for an exit gone. Whack the thing.
Swiftly away by Porter, and everyone can reset. A couple of tries on his birthday against Bayonne last Sunday. Harlequins have actually got Lucas Friday, the teenager, the 19-year-old, on the bench. Stu Townsend's injured, Max Green's unavailable. They do have Will Porter, who's in defensive mode at the moment, as Harding goes down the middle. And then the break from Batley, and off he goes. First time, centre field, that real threat. What a ball over the top to Revovo, and the strength of the man. If he sees the try line, he nearly always gets there. And after an opening 5 minutes when Harlequins were playing the tunes, Bristol with the first big hit.
Revovo's just danger. I wonder if Ellis Genge didn't want the pass there, if this was a plan. It's beautifully done. If he wanted the pass in front of him, he didn't look like it. I don't quite know if it was choreographed or not, but it was lovely from Batley and Genge. And then, well, Quins get a bit narrow. Good ball over the top. Quite often you'd think Nick Davey would have this covered, but the thing with this guy is, yes, he can finish, but there's a decent amount of brute force in there, Ooks.
Yeah, it's brute force coupled with absolute subtlety from that fella there, as well as that fella there. That is set piece in face play. That's not the best, but the try was absolutely stunning. They've gone to one of their biggest ball carriers. Danny Kerr spoke about it pre-match, that Ellis Genge was showing the subtlety of what you'd expect from Tom Jordan. Then that ball, we saw a flash of it just beforehand, but Revovo one-on-one, absolutely devastated. And that is Bristol Bears' first set-piece attack in Harlequins half today.
You don't have to have the ball much to be ahead in a match. Bernard Janssen van Rensburg.
Legal counter, now he's away.
Back towards the 22. Jordan. The man who floated that beautiful pass out that set the alarm bells ringing on the way to the try.
13 must move before 12 compete for the ball. Time off. He's on the mark anyway. Good.
Oots, what have you got?
Yeah, just having a look at that set-piece play and how well constructed it is. Tom Jordan coming around the back as well as Ellis Gedge. He is the threat, putting doubt into defenders' mind, having to make a hit. Go for the wrong one, absolutely. Joe Batley goes through as an opportunity to be able to connect the dots earlier. But when you've got Jordan and his threat, Gedge and Batley at the line, then that's exactly what's put doubt into defenders' mind and create opportunities for Calabetta and Vava. An excellent score.
7.
Bristol's latest attacking threat starts inside their own half.
Broken away.
Batley, Kieran Marmion, scuttling over halfway. There's Batley once more, played for England A last month, as did Joe Owen, behind him in the back row.
It is there.
Should be Cleves. It wasn't Cleves because of great work in the air from Aidan Boshoff. His first Premiership start, the right wing.
On body, not the ball.
And off that, Chawatama and the Bears can conspire again. Jordan and Williams and Van Rensburg and slightly overrun, underpass. Either way, Lewis Rees-Zammit didn't get what he wanted.
The pass wasn't quite there, was it, from Van Rensburg? He straightened up, somebody had to straighten up, and he did the job. That's another powerful carry from Hobson. He's looked dominant so far. You lose Finn Baxter, it's a big loss. It's looked good so far, the youngster, but so's Genji. How about that defence? Wow.
Big hit on Jack Kenningham.
Well, let's go. Ball is out again.
Open side again this evening.
And played by 9.
Will Evans amongst their replacements. And
that is Will Hobson off the left. Oh, it's straight out.
Yeah.
It was actually a nice contact, though.
At the moment,
wasn't it,
we got taken back in.
Yeah,
picked out by
unfortunately.
White.
Took that ball back in, which means it's a Bristol line out.
Just checking, Woody.
Hold on.
Love the confidence, mind you.
Yeah, but he's got to be game aware, isn't he? If he's going to do that, he's got to be game aware. Ball taken back into the 22. It's a work on.
Stay in your lane, Flats.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Step open. Lads in the middle, step open.
Net result, Bears through.
Come to the line.
Gabriel O'Grady,
Inside,
his
stand
England
over.
debut in the summer against the USA. It's tossed into the arms of Owen. Work of Van Rensburg, but stripped away by Marcus Smith. Defensive work of the fly
It's a
half.
knock on, Woody, back.
Second one, lost
Yeah,
forward.
it was a knock-on from Quins. Marcus Smith did brilliantly because he got absolutely
Just the second
smacked by Van
First one was
Rensburg,
ripped
bounced backwards, but he stayed in the
Then the
game.
kick-up was lost forward.
Someone
Where
else
you are,
effectively
Woody?
made the
Yeah,
tackle
just
for him.
inside
Who was
the
it?
22.
Kenningham. Smith stayed in the game, stripped that ball, but there's a knock-on here.
The second one here.
Coming around the corner, hard to gather. This is a lovely position for Bristol Bears.
Time
Tom
off.
Jordan's getting a bit of treatment, so there's a bit of a break.
Shall we have the Van Rensburg chat now?
Yeah.
We won't involve Danny Kerr because you may well have heard what he thinks about the potential of him playing for England when he becomes qualified through residency next November. Where do you stand, Hughes?
I'm okay with it. I think for me, the best ability is availability, and that bloke is fit and available every single week. He is a 7, 8 out of 10 every week, and the reality is, whilst people might not like the constraints of which you can effectively select players from, if it's within the rules and you want to pick your best players, is he one of the best players in the league? Yes. Is he available to play for England this autumn? So pick him.
I'm mainly disappointed in how hard a line Danny Kerr took on it, Nick. We're trying to be inclusive here. Get him in. If he's the best lad, get him in. There's a few about. Some great inside centres about, great midfielders about in England. We've got a lot of choice now. but if you're allowed to do it, do it.
Just having a look at the position at the back of this scrum here, I'm just highlighting Tom Jordan and Lewis Rees-Zammit there. That is an absolute nightmare because you've got serious wills and serious skill, and that makes it impossible almost if you're Harlequins. But first things first, need to get themselves a solid scrum.
That gap is probably a bit too big.
I'm peering away onto the far side as well, Luke, to find Calavetti-Revovo.
Well, it's exactly that. If you are to have a look at the thrills, the skills, as well as the options that they have, you've got it just here. You've got those two at the back of the scrum. They have the ability to be able to bend out to the left as well as bending out to the right here. That is a nightmare, I think, for Harlequins who want to try and defend this. And then right out into that left wing, you've got Revovo, who you've already seen his absolute brilliance. They've got weaponry everywhere, but the big lads up front have got to get the job done first.
Caden Murley on red alert on that far right-hand side, and he can stand down. Amber alert, because Bristol, frustratingly for them and for Ellis Genge, who kicks the turf and runs into Will Porter, it will not be the opportunity to launch.
Well, cheers for that though, Ooks. Cheers for the video, mate.
Yeah, it was good though, wasn't it? So if anyone wants an extra sketch for Christmas, I was just giving people just a little bit of advertising. The theory was there.
Right, what's going to happen off this line out then, Ooks?
He's going to chuck it in and the ref's going to call it not straight. Do you want me to scribble on this?
Give it a shake, start again. Let's see. Where's Jack Walker going with this? Guido Petty came towards the front, but it's behind him. Into the arms of Zach Carr, 22-year-old, who the club are very excited about. Just beginning to make his way in the Premiership. He's only his second start, Zach Carr. Porter, not quite what he wanted.
Backwards off Quins.
But Murley did well to turn it into something good, into Kenningham. Smith straight away knew what he wanted to do, looking for the bounce, and Cleves, only a few yards short of the target.
I wonder if that's a little bit about, you mentioned how do you exploit Lewis Rees-Zammit at 15 if he hasn't got much experience there. Lewis Rees-Zammit, not a huge amount he could have done about that, to be honest, but moving him around would seem a good idea. Putting as many metres as possible into those big shaved quads, not a bad idea.
Line out being called by Joe Batley. Harding, the captain, lost it. Sets up a very tasty position for Harlequins.
Really nice spot for Quins.
Okay, let's go. Let's get
Line-out ball's nice and clean. They got it exactly where they want it. Just Guido Petty gets an arm to Fitzharding. Fitzharding doesn't back the big man to get out as quick as he does, but if there's one thing Guido Petty does, it's move a lot. Very active for such a big rig. Should have kept his eyes on him. That's a great signing, that, Guido Petty for Bordeaux. Great signing for Quins.
We were talking to Danny Kerr pre-match, David, and Danny talking about what he's hearing about what he offers in training, and it isn't clearly just about what they offer in the 80 minutes they're on the pitch.
And we went down to watch them train. Hugo, Danny and I went down to watch them last week, and he's a big man, but he's involved in everything. He's mobile, he's hostile, like him.
Not forward on both sides. Not forward on both sides.
Bristol marching forward on Genge's side, but I think it's been decided that he's actually going around the outside. We'll have a look if we've got time, but maybe we haven't if they go into the corner. We'll have a look. Here's Genge on this side. Yeah, it just spins out to the left, doesn't it? You can see the left leg comes out. It's not necessarily Genge starting that. but it's certainly Bristol. Good call.
Oh, this is handy. Treadwell, switch move, Porter! It was all working so well.
No.
Luke Northmore with the rueful look on his face.
I
find it really tough. If you're kicking the ball 5 metres away from the try line, knowing that off a line out, defences need to be 10 metres. If you're getting the ball off the top, why would you kick the ball 5 metres, knowing that they can get off the line and fly and put Luke Northmore under that pressure? If you are going off the top, kick the ball 10 metres out, so that defence has to be 10 metres away, which takes pressure off his handling whilst he's trying to run into traffic with the ball right at the gain line.
Gosh. Yeah, we've seen quite a few Santas over the last 24 hours. I'm not sure he makes the top 100, I'm afraid to say.
No, that's budget, that.
Yeah.
He's made that out of papier-mâché, that one.
10 out of 10 for trying. David. First Prem start for him in 3 months. Tyrone Green on the injured list, incidentally. Cunningham South, he's looked up for it every time he's been on the ball.
He's brutal, isn't he? So strong.
Smith picks up Treadwell. Porter. And then Smith again, and Quins once more knocking in and around the 22. And Hobson.
That's the one.
No,
He loves it, doesn't he?
Not with the bodies.
Big Pedro was waiting for him, doesn't mind a bit himself.
David accelerates into what space there was. Kenningham. Smith back nicely to Walker. Kenningham has Quins tried to respond to the very early try from Calavetti Revovo. Oh, that's a ball with a question mark on it. Revovo underneath it, so too the fullback. Neither of them got there, and Beard rolls away with it. Porter, real chance here. Treadwell. That's an important tackle from Van Rensburg and from Rees Samit. Slowed things down, but you can see the threat still very much there. Cunningham South took it on. Walker. Cunningham South. Held up again by Van Rensburg. Bristol Bears with the penalty. The work on the floor of the skipper and his mates.
It is fantastic work from Fitzharding. I just wonder if he had a grip on the ball. There was a bit of a contest and he lost it. Just about stopped Chandler Cunningham South, didn't they? Fitzharding back over the top. He gets the ball. There's a contest and he loses it. I don't know if that should be a turnover. He's gone for it. And he's lost control. It's great. Of course, it's great jackling. I know that, but just because he's got in position and got his hands on the ball, nick it then. I don't think we should have penalties necessarily for people just being in the right position.
He survived that clear out. He's gone back on the ball. And he's been cleared out again and again. I think fair play, you've taken enough contact. You have fought like anything for that.
Yeah, but how long's a ruck allowed to be? For me, I get it. I get why it's a penalty. I just think, well, he didn't actually nick the ball. None of the Quins guys did anything illegal, and he didn't actually nick the ball. I think there's nuance there. There's room there.
It's the fourth time that Harlequins have been inside Bristol's 22 so far. Still looking for their first points. It kind of sums up Quins' season so far. They're not far away. They're in and about. They're just not converting in a way that they would want to.
No, truly not. I mean, if you look at them statistically, territory and possession, they've had loads of ball. I've also got to massively credit Bristol's defence. They've been so physical. Harlequins have just been coming wave after wave after wave. Man like Hobson, I mean,
giving it absolute beans on the carry. Wallop, he is full chat, all in, chips are in. Pedro Rubiolo says, happy Christmas, kid. Whack. That's mega.
Get on the line. I put you on the line.
Love how he's carrying, though.
Yeah,
not mucking about, is he?
Uncompromising.
I said, get on the line.
So off the free kick, oh great.
You're tackled. You're complete.
Held on.
2 is tackled. Must release the ball.
Don't fucking work!
It's just a bit of concentration, that, isn't it, from Gabe O'Gray? He's desperate to carry, desperate to make an impact ball in hand. Bristol haven't had all that much ball, really, hasn't had much chance. But he was tackled and he had to stop.
That's you.
Treadwell swapping positions with
No,
Petty.
it's fine. They're all good.
Oh, it was meant for the giant-sized Puma, but he wasn't giant-sized enough for that. It looked like a poor lift rather than the throw. Meantime, Reece Samet. Marcus Smith's rolling up his sleeves defensively. Genge. This ball slapped up by Grondona, and now Revovo. Joe Batley was the option away to the left, so Revovo resets. Marmion, Jordan. Again, another lovely pass from Jordan to set Joe Owen on his way. This is Boshoff, 20-year-old Welshman, somersaulting his way through. Fitz Harding out of the back. Feel like the big top's going up here. Bristol doing the circus things. Revovo, oh, away to the captain, who scores. Joe Batley there. All the fun of the fair.
And it's pure Bristol Bears. It's a brilliant try, started by a gorgeous pass from that man, Tom Jordan, off the left. Absolutely lovely pass. It was perfect. Bang flat. Joe Owen can steam onto it. Fitz Harding out the back. That's how you take a ball to the line and deliver it out the back. You actually carry into someone. Give the ball as you hit. And Revovo, guess what? Competent in the extreme. You just know in that situation he's going to do the right thing. He's going to gather the ball. He's not going to get dominated in contact no matter how hard he's hit. And that guy, Joe Batley, one of the most highly rated, underrated players in the Prem. Right in the right spot.
And a blooded but smiling Tom Jordan, he's loving this, as are the Bears. 12-0.
They're flying. They're playing such great rugby. I mean, it's not just aesthetically pleasing, but how efficient is it? Barely had any ball, barely had any passes, and that's just a violation.
That handoff. Caden Murley's got nowhere to go there for that handoff. The angle's all with Fitz Harding, but he's delivered a proper Anthony Joshua left there, isn't he? Just decked him.
Love the smile on Joe Batley's face as well, as that needs tidying up. But it's a smile that just tells you how much fun it is to be part of this Bears team right now.
Yeah, and when it comes together, and they've absorbed so much pressure, right? I mean, they forced Quins to kick a bit, but they've been in their own third for so much of this game, it feels like, so far, the first half an hour or so. But when they get the chance, you can tell they absolutely believe in what Pat Lam calls the system, and they pin their ears back. It's great for us lot, not so great for Quins on their big day so far.
Just imagine when they get AJ McGinty and Gabs Patoya back.
Yeah.
Then there'll be a proper side.
Harry Randall's on the bench.
Get in the front, please. Get in the front.
Noah Heward as well. You're good to see Noah Heward get a decent run. Now, what have Quins been stuck in the kitchen at their own party? Northmore Porter, Smith, he's worked hard, so has this man, Will Hobson, and Kenningham. Boshoff was riding on his back, Cassius Cleves. Porter to Kenningham, Petty, oh that's nice. Walker, Smith, Treadwell tackled, loose ball. Quins wanted it most. Porter wanted it most, and he can use it again. Treadwell never really felt that he had the ball under control, and the big hit dislodged it.
Genge actually did enough then, didn't he? I think he knew he wasn't going to get Marcus Smith when he steamed off the line, but he just made Smith rush that ball inside to Treadwell. And actually Treadwell's ball off the floor a phase early, a bit loose, spat it out the back. That was the first bit of inaccuracy in a few phases from Quins, who off the cuff ad-libbing produced some lovely, lovely stuff. Really, really hard to contain.
Yeah, thank you.
Will Hobson prominent again.
Last one Genge before.
If you're looking for a late Christmas present, by the way, they are the boots, the odd boots, the special boots belonging to Caden Murley, Harlequins captain, and Harlequins Foundation, charitable arm of the club, who do such great work raising money for very worthy causes around these parts, are auctioning them off. After the match, there's a live auction going on at the moment. You can seek it out. And if you want an odd pair of boots that have been worn by Caden Murley today, then get involved.
Okay, lost forward. Bristol ball. Here's the mark.
Highlights of Saracens against Exeter to come on TNT Sports 1 this evening. Says here the game at the Gardens if you missed it. That was a cracker. And if you can bear it, you're looking for some late night company. You might not be up too late.
Let's get the gap right, please.
You don't want to be up too late, do you? Exhausted for Christmas.
No, by midnight.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Stay high! Oh, no! Stay high!
Putting a set of headphones on Nick Evans. We'll talk to Harlequins coach in a minute or two. It's good work, 9 on 9. However, he was offside.
Offside and then off his feet. It's a stupid decision. I mean, it's really good attack from Bristol. They've gone, I mean, it's almost under 16. Let's give it to the fastest person on the pitch, and he'll just steal 30, 40 yards.
Yeah, he nicked them, didn't he? Just nicked them.
Exactly that, and then off the back of that. So it's compounding one, off your feet, swinging arm.
Take this mark, please.
Because he's part of that tackle, part of that ruck, he's effectively come through it and played the 9. He's not allowed. That was a bit of a mad moment from Will Porter.
Line out taken by Owen Harding.
Another good tackle from Marcus Smith, that. You're right, Nick, he's getting stuck in.
He is, and Walker was over the top trying to poach it back, but it's Chawatama and still the Bears. James Williams. Part of a midfield that always seems better when he's in it. Not particularly spectacular, but just holding it together. Jordan to the try-scoring Batley. This is Rubiolo, key part of Argentina's effort here last year, and then the charging Owen. And then Boshoff, first Premiership start for him. Quins once again having to defend hard, and Ogre! Oh, he stretches for a second time and scores. Rampant Bears in southwest London, and they have 3.
Yeah, gotcha.
This is absolutely stunning rugby from Bristol Bears. When you have a look at the amount of phases and time they have spent into Harlequins' 22, I mean, this is so good on the edge. That's gorgeous. But then keeping the ball alive, and then Ellis Gendra, another gorgeous pass. The line of running there from Gabe O'Gray, and that final reach for their third try in 31 minutes. It's been a masterclass.
Yeah.
Really, really nice from Gabe O'Gray. You can tell earlier that penalty he gave away.
Just checking through an angle.
Desperate to get his hands on the ball. He's all energy. We're having a look for something here.
Yeah, Dean Richards, the TMO. Yeah, there was always a suspicion of that, watching it live.
No, it's all good.
All good. Try's good.
The suspicion has been rubbed out by Dean Richards.
Try's good, thank you.
You'll have heard Dean tell us what it was, and it wasn't illegal. And it is 3 tries in half an hour.
Yeah, we didn't get to see a replay there, but thank you.
A team who have had 3 phases in Harlequins 22, and they've scored 3 tries. That is efficiency. And they lead 19-0.
I think it's a really nice finish from O'Gray, but the value of what Genge is doing there is hard to put a price on, because you've got a big man who carries and sucks in defenders. Defenders are scared of carriers like Ellis Genge, so when he goes to the line, you have to stick on him, you have to pay attention. And he carries hard, and then when he gives a ball like that, he's always sucked in a defender, a lot like Kyle Sinclair when he's at his best. Very, very similar. Always attracting defenders because of the power of their carries. Lovely touch.
Off goes Jordan once more.
Hold here, hold here.
Batley takes it to ground.
And use it!
David, Jordan did what he could to get there first, but it was always going to be the fullbacks. This is Luke Northmore. Tumbles into the tackle and down on the 10-metre. Hobson, who just might have been my favourite player so far, despite the fact that his side have conceded 3 tries. Absolutely loving his unexpected opportunity to start. Injury to Finn Baxter.
Carnage, not rolling.
Quinn's penalty. Northmore, Beard. That had some intent in it. Kenningham.
Still under advantage.
Looking for Murley on the bounce. Oh, it very nearly worked for him. It might still work for him. Ricochets off Ravovo, and then, sadly for Quins, off the chest of Luke Northmore.
Four not rolling.
Just watched, we'll see what Marcus Smith does with this, but I just watched Ellis Genge doing exactly what he should be doing, which is being really annoying on the field. I think he found himself underneath his opposite number, Harry Williams. We'll have a look if we've got time, if Marcus Smith manages to make touch.
You see what that third try, has gone undone. It's forced Harlequins to kick for the corner. They do traditionally do that anyway, but they're now chasing it.
Here it is, look, Harry Williams lands on top, so they're propping against each other today. There's always a little bit of chat, gives them a little dig, and that, just so you know, is really annoying. It's really nice why Genge is smiling, so it's really annoying, especially if you haven't got a six-pack. And I don't know about Harry, I think he might not have one.
Insert timing is good.
Treadwell lifted highest. There's not been much wrong with the intent behind Harlequins carrying so far. It's just that they haven't found anything that's resembled something that would break Bristol's defence. Maybe now. Chase for the ball. It's gone loose. It could still work. But Rees Sammet got there just in time, it seems.
And then we think grounded by Bristol.
Could be a 5 metre scrum there for
Grounded by
Harlequins.
Bristol, definitely. You're correct, yes.
I put a hand through. Yeah, Dean says he's that was grounded by Bristol. You happy with that, Dean?
Yeah, grounded and taken
So
back and
let's have a
grounded,
look.
yeah.
Who takes us over the try line? I think this is Harlequins. That's the deflection.
Taken back by Bristol.
Yeah.
Grounded by Bristol. 5 metre scrum.
For if not the first time, though, a rare time actually getting behind the Bears' defence.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly that.
Looks like they both have hands on the ball at the same time.
We're having another look.
Definitely 5 metre, yeah.
So,
Dean Richards underlining the decision that it will be a Harlequins 5 metre scrum.
I think 5 or so minutes ago, or 10 minutes ago, Ugo mentioned that Quins got themselves close to the Bristol line and they sent Northmore in on a very, very difficult line with a difficult ball to hold. This time they used Marcus Smith far deeper, letting him have a look, letting him assess his options, far less pressure, and actually picked a great option. Very, very nearly caused Bristol a lot of trouble. Just a slightly different approach in the red zone, because what they've been doing so far hasn't been working.
It wasn't far away from Harlequins' first try of the evening. All 3 so far. Bears tries. Calavetti Revovo after 5 minutes. Joe Batley, Gabriel O'Grey. All 3 contenders for try of the month. They've been that good. As have the Bears collectively in attack and also in defence. They've been sticking in.
Stand up.
More sticking in to do here, and some scrummaging as well.
Okay, you can set.
I was really tempted to try and analyse.
Once you set, I do not want people moving. You set first. There we go. Get the gap. Do not creep now.
What might happen when this ball comes out?
Yeah. What I will tell you, if this ball does come out, the key man for this, as normally is Marcus Smith. And how he can use his footwork. He is right directly behind that scrum. With his ability at the gain line, his footwork and speed of thought, he could be that key person.
Free kick. Porter goes quickly. Determined Northmore, but the ball was out, and Harding has it, and Bristol have it. And so far, Harlequins' party has just not got going. Genge. Joe Batley. Such a reliable part of what this Bristol side are all about. Try-scoring part this evening. Slip from the fullback, now working hard to deliver it towards home hands. O'Grey conceding the penalty.
Quins have got a chance to put themselves back in a nice position. That opportunity off the scrum looked promising when Northmore took the ball and got absolutely hammered by Van Rensburg.
Just inside, okay.
I think Quins could well prove us wrong now. I think they're going to have to find a way.
I thought he fell forward for me.
To get around the outside of Bristol or over the top of Bristol, because going through at the moment, especially through that midfield, much joy.
There's 2 of you. Doesn't make sense.
Porter. Northmore again. It's in the contact, dudes.
It is. And they've been guilty of giving up the ball within 1 and 3 faces on a number of occasions. Because in terms of the platform of what they've got, they've had everything. They've had the majority of the ball, 63% of possession, had all of the territory. But I've got to say, the weight of tackle and contact from Bristol in defence has been absolutely stunning. And then when you compare and contrast the amount of phases, well, there you are. Harlequins 27 phases in the 22. Bristol 3 for their 3 tries.
And that's 3 times now, I think, with my counting, Luke Northmore's steamed that ball in and lost the ball in contact. He won't love that. Jason Gilmore.
Crouch! 5! change.
The Bears are hitting hard, that's for sure.
Set. Steady.
Kieran Marmion, a scrum half, who was absolutely convinced that the whistle was going to go in Bristol's direction.
Flats mentally. When you've got a scrum like that and the purpose of trying to complete the scrum is just to get the ball off the pitch, you've given everything for 30 seconds with zero outcome apart from the referee telling you to have to do that all over again. Must be quite demoralising.
It's like, imagine if you're doing a 400 metres and you run as fast as you possibly can and the coach says, oh sorry, I just popped the loo, I missed that one. Just do that one again. Like, lads, could you all just stop falling over please, because the lungs are about to come out. I don't know what it's like chasing kicks and all that oogs and pendulum defence, but I can't imagine there's a more exhausting facet of rugby union than the scrum, especially for the front row. Heart rates are very, very high in there at this stage.
Another 20 seconds or so to hang on for half-time, and that'll help.
Same as the other one.
Ellis Genge and Harry Williams just checking that they've received each other's Christmas cards.
Well, I think that was a little chat. I expect that was a little chat. Who's on the other side, boy? Yeah, no, not us. We're all right. I think it was actually Will Hobson scooting around the outside. Same as the earlier penalty we saw. You've got to go straight through somebody. You can't run around the outside of him.
Got a little glimpse there of Jordan Crane, Bristol's defence coach. And for as much as we put their tries and their attacking play up in bright lights and underline it, the defence so far this evening has been top class.
Open up.
Pat Lamb said before the game they've stepped up level defensively, and I think he's right.
Shorter line out, taken by Owen. And the Bears eager for the fourth and bonus point securing try before half-time. Kenningham trying to deny them that, but it's still Lewis Rees-Zammit able to ask a few questions. Rondona, Marmion. Ravova, how about that to Rees-Zammit? They might get the fourth try. Rees-Zammit hoping the ball bounces his way. Open the after eights. This has been a very special 40 minutes from these Bristol Bears. 4 in the first 40.
And why I'm so thrilled about that, they took that line out when the clock was in the reds, and I thought, just get the ball off the pitch. 19-0 away from home is pretty decent, but the way in which they massage the defence, go down the blind side, the minute he kicks it, you know it's a try. He doesn't need much space, and he's given plenty here in the Allianz Stadium. Burst outside Oscar Beard. We've seen this so many times, whether it be for Wales, for the Lions, and Bristol Bears. This guy loves the big stage, and he's got Bristol Bears fourth at Harlequins, his big game.
Caden Murley piling into the Quins lads in that huddle. Something big's got to happen when they come back out from this.
Now Tom Jordan adds the conversion. And Calaveti Ravovo and Joe Batley and Gabriel Ogray and Lewis Rees-Zammit have made sure that this first half has been perhaps the best first half of Bristol's season so far. Harlequins, the hosts over the first half of this party, not yet out of the kitchen. Harlequins 0, Bristol 26. Harlequins have made a change at the break, as we kind of felt they almost needed to. It's come in the back row. Will Evans on for Zach Carr. So I guess Jack Kenningham will move to 6. Evans at 7. Awful lot of work to do for the home side here. How good were those Bears in that first 40 minutes?
Drop to zone players.
No changes for Bristol. One of the least surprising bits of news this afternoon. They have plenty on the bench, though. Harry Thacker amongst them. George Taylor set for his Premiership debut. Harry Randall back sooner than expected from a horrible hamstring injury. We will see him later. Bears in the white. Jordan, who had a standout game at fly half in the first half, but Quins and Northmore able to build, but not for long.
Knock on by Quins.
If you're just joining us at half-time and you're wondering what Quins' first half was about, you've just seen it encapsulated in about 5 seconds, Ugo.
Yeah, exactly that. Lots of ball. Unfortunately, another mistake there from Luke Northmore. Another knock-on, another gift back to Bristol. It's so hard to be able to develop any sense of momentum if you're continually giving the ball back. When Evans brought onto the pitch, I'd imagine his remit's going to be pretty simple. Bristol Bears, when they turn into gear, are very dangerous. We need you to get your head over the ball and try and slow this potent Bear pack down.
Looking at who Quins have on the bench who might change things. Pedro Delgado, the Puma prop maybe. Joe Launchbury, all his experience. Rodrigo Iskro, all his firepower. But at the moment, it is still the Bears. And Lewis Rees-Zammit, released by Van Rensburg. Rees-Zammit's run finds Joe Owen. He's hauled down by Kenningham, who was quickly over the ball, but couldn't slow things down. Now Genge, snorting fire as he has all match. Grondona. But Zammit's charge setting up this position. Bristol with the penalty advantage. Fifth phase in the Quins 22. Previous 4 have all brought tries.
Runnage offside.
Another Quins penalty as they desperately search for some relief from this. Marmion. Joe Batley prowling around.
Ball's out there.
So too Genge. Instead it's Chawatama against former teammates. Driven on by Rubiolo. Another Argentinian. Grondona waits a little bit further wide. Instead it's Genge mining this shorter blind side. And finally we need the penalty and a Quins yellow card.
3 offences, 5 metres out. No clear release, offside. No warning. Doesn't matter. 3 offences, 5 metres out. 2. No clear release.
The penalty has gone against Jack Walker, and he carries the yellow card off with him as well. So Quins losing the hooker.
Good.
Interesting to see what Bristol do with this. They're a front rower down, they're a main guy down. I wondered if they might choose a scrum just for fun.
I would have chosen a scrum,
yeah,
because then Harlequins have to bring on a front row and have to sacrifice someone. Instead, they've gone to the line out. 8v7, whilst Harlequins have actually been pretty reasonable in the line out drive. I say that now, and Bristol Bears will roll them over.
You'd imagine Quins will stay down. Not that Jack Walker would have had much to do in the line out. They may get up and try and stay on the deck and blitz this drive.
Owen was hoisted highest. Bears with 4 or 5 metres to work on this near left-hand side, straight through the middle. Santiago Grondona, a Puma, dressed as a bear, who continue to roar in southwest London. This is getting grisly for Harlequins. This was the break that set it up, set up by Lewis Rees-Zammit.
It was that lovely late ball from Van Rensburg, wasn't it, to Rees-Zammit, just about held on to it. Just fabulous stuff through the middle, get a bit of ball, rip straight through. That, I'm afraid, is too easy. Santi Grondona, I'll tell you now, will not believe his luck. He's come round the corner expecting someone to whack him on his cauliflower ear, and there is nothing but daylight. Not good enough from Quins.
Yeah, just having a look at this break. Have a look at the amount of players that Bristol have in motion. That's 5 players in motion versus 3. That's a nightmare for Oscar Beard now, the defender. Is looking at someone coming short, the fastest player on the pitch, Tom Jordan and Ravava coming out the back. When you get quality players in motion up against defences, it gives you field position. And off that field position, Bristol Bears have been absolutely ruthless.
And I tell you what, people talk about 13 being the hardest place to defend. How hard did that look?
It was minging.
This will be no consolation to Quins fans watching on, but they have been the worst team, down to 14 players in the Gallagher PREM so far this season, and it took barely seconds for them to ship another try after Jack Walker's yellow.
Yeah, they've not been great with 15 on the pitch, have they, today, in fairness?
Long throw to Harding.
No hands now, Quins!
Skippering his club at the Allianz Stadium. Skippered England A last month. Underlining quite how highly England rate him.
This might sound like a ridiculous statement, Nick, and forgive me if it is. Harlequins haven't looked that potent when they've got into the 22. I think that's really obvious, whether it's your eye test or by the stats. But I cannot highly praise Bristol enough for just how brilliant they've been today. They have been so sharp, so creative, and their execution have just been off the scales. There's no Bill Matter, there's no AJ McGinty, there's no Gab Zibatoy. They're losing so many players, but what they've got out there is they've become a very tough team to beat and a very skillful one to watch.
Well, what did we say? 5 trips into the 22. How many tries have they scored? Smith. It's a wobbly one. Well taken by Lewis Rees-Sammet. Pat Lamb is waiting to have a chat with us. We'll have a natter with Pat once this ball goes out of play. Let him see where this latest skirmish takes us. Boshoff. Making sure that that ball was his. And Williams, a bouncing ball, picked up by one of the first half try scorers, Joe Batley. Joe Owen. Unfair contest. Running into the Quins scrum half, and Bristol continuing to do magnificent things. Rees-Sammet, Boshoff to the left, Rees-Sammet out of the back, Marmion. Oh, that's gone forwards, and is that the first time that Bristol have got into the 22 and not come away with the try?
Yeah, ball is out.
Getting complacent, you see. Put off the gas, aren't they?
Let's have a chat with Pat Lamb. Where do we start, Pat? Where would you like to start?
I think what was it Flats had said, complacent. Yeah, I think that's what we talked about at half-time, is that, you know, to be ruthless, it's a mindset now. You know, when we're up against Saints 35-0, we let them in that 12 minutes, and then we played Poe with 31-0, and we were a lot better. And although we scored another 30 points in the last 15-20 minutes, I spoke to the bench, we scored no more. So we talked about moment to moment, and probably that one will end up in the review about you know, the decision, and we should have finished that off.
Is that a hard message to sell, though, Pat, when you played so well in the first half?
Well, probably I don't have to say it, because the way we do our reviews in the groups, the boys will bring that up, and most likely Zam will bring that up himself. And so that's the beauty of it. The expectation is ownership. You know, while we got freedom to make the right decisions and work hard, you take ownership for your decisions, whether that's good or bad for the team.
But to anyone listening to this interview, they probably won't be able to analyse the fact that you are 33-0 up. We understand the complacency and learning mistakes and trying to develop. But for 48 minutes, regardless of despite the fact you don't have a smile on your face right now, you must be really proud and quite happy with some of the work that your players have put out there.
I think one thing we've learned, you know, my whole time here is that, you know, not until that final whistle's over, you know, our game, if we want to be the team we want to be, we've been talking about, I mean, I was so proud of the defensive effort, but it's only 48 minutes. You know, we want to be an 80-minute team, then we're in a situation now where we got to stay in there for 80 minutes, and this is a test, and we compare week to week, and we're better for Poe compared to Saints. We want to be better. When we come Monday, we want to say we were actually better in the second half with up by points, because I know everyone keeps going on about, you know, the years ago what happened, and we're committed that it never happens to us again.
Cheers, Pat.
Thank you.
I was only joking as well about the complacency, though. It's too late. Guess we're not mates anymore. Oh, well.
But it is amazing that he still does reference that Harlequins semi-final.
Don't say it. Don't mention the I word. It's finable. Little insight into the mind of Pat Lam there, though, and what was drilled into the minds of these players at half-time. Hansa van Rensburg thumps it on Marmion.
Tackle, let's go!
He runs into Hobson. Bosho on the far right-hand side has his arms in the air. He's got Lewis Rees-Samet between him and the ball. Fair few other players as well at the moment, most of them big and with no intent of giving it away.
Just continually making ground, aren't they? Every carry, all of the last handful of carries have made ground, all of them.
He's through the middle. That's fine, good clear now.
Right now, the backs are just happy to watch the heavyweights do their work. Marmion's there just in case they need a little bit of help. One of the backs, James Williams, goes in to throw his weight around. Help release a ball that he feared might be about to become stuck. Reminder that Harlequins still without Jack Walker, serving his yellow card.
Let it go.
There's a lot of hard work in the end for not a lot, which is not something we've said about Bristol much in this match so far.
No, I think Pat Lam's reference to how well Bristol have defended when they haven't had the ball, considering they've had the ball a lot less than Quins so far in this game, was interesting. I think they haven't necessarily had a massive jackal focus. I think they want men on the ground, men on their feet. They're double tackling a lot. I think they're working very, very hard on the inside shoulder. A lot of it's about effort and concentration. So there's not a lot of room through the middle. Men on their feet means not a lot of room around the outside. I wonder if a more direct approach around the breakdown might work for Quins. Wonder if Will Porter might try a bit more on the snipe in this half.
Ellis Genjoff replaced by Jake Woolmore, Luke Northmore, and Rodrigo Iskro on. Cassius Cleves replaced. And here's Ben Waghorn, who's replaced Northmore. Jake Woolmore and George Kloska, by the way, the Bears replacement props. Genjin Chawatama making way. Smith. Sam Riley.
Give me that. Joe, stay blind. And use it.
Boshoff.
Backwards off Bristol.
Enough of his fingers on it, but Bristol have it now. Hansa van Rensburg. Ravovo got the party started after 4 or 5 minutes with the opening try. Batley. Jordan. I love the way he's played on the gain line as well, Tom Jordan. He's been brave tonight.
I like the way every chance they get, they just get that ball to Ravovo as fast as they possibly can.
Taking the ball.
Williams hit from behind. And the ensuing mayhem that followed led to the penalty.
To your point, if we are going to... I don't understand why that's a penalty for holding on. When Kenningham's actually got the ball in his hands, he's actually stolen the ball. So where was the hold on offence?
Jack Walker is coming back on, so he'll replace Sam Riley. Harry Williams shaking his head, replaced by Pedro Delgado.
I think it's Ravovo nicks it on the floor.
Come on, Dan. Over 15, dropped by his own player.
Porter. Smith. Iskro involving himself immediately. We remember what he did to England here, back end of the autumn series, and again in contact. Under pressure, Chandler Cunningham South, but again in contact. The ball's been spilt.
It has been spilt, but far more direct. Isgro, Waghorn, far more direct, making ground. And we wondered if Porter might snipe a little bit more. Here's the first evidence that perhaps he intends to. It's a good tackle again from Rubiolo.
Yeah, I know, but they were shouting 6. So
okay. I'll make sure they don't do that.
It's once again all for nothing.
Yep.
How many times under 3 phases has Harlequins had opportunities and then just gifted the ball back? There's been times at the moment, as you can see the red zone efficiency there's been times in this game where Bristol have defended wonderfully. But in the 22, I don't think they've had to work that hard because Harlequins have just been ill-disciplined and just not respected the ball enough.
Okay, fair enough.
But fair play, Jordan Crane there, Rubiolo, you can see those men. I mean, we've constructed a game plan that's been absolutely perfect here so far for 55 minutes.
Bristol!
Ben Grondona, who was Bristol's man of the match last weekend in Poe, about to engage himself in this one.
You're 10.
We're hearing that Joe Owen is the man who'll make way.
Crouch!
Let's go, fuck that.
You can't do that. You can't just do that.
Let's go, come back up.
Don't fall forward. Don't fall forward. Come on.
Let's go.
Bit of balance, that Oogs. Just losing a bit of balance in there.
Come on, Harry.
A couple of new bodies. Everyone's a bit excited.
It's because they don't make boots like they used to anymore, Flex. Those ones that went up to your knees.
You basically couldn't fall over in those.
Couldn't walk in them, but you wouldn't fall over.
Getting stuck in mud when you put those on.
Williams. Beyond Janse van Rensburg to the flying machine.
No. Got to lift it, man.
Jordan again just keeps Bristol ticking over. However,
It was just a little bit pedestrian, that, from Bristol, wasn't it? They've got those easy yards from Lewis Rees-Zammit again from the set piece on the outside, just quickly nicking 25 yards. It's worked nicely for them. And Tom Jordan, I think, has had a really good game. That was all a little bit slow. He could have stuck it on a postcard, that he would have got there sooner. Just easy work for Harlequins, that. These are the easy yards. But off the back, you made all that ground. You really want something dynamic off this. Either move it, or at least someone steaming onto the ball. But it's standing start stuff. You've got players like Jack Kenningham about Cunningham, South, Will Evans, Candy from Baby Time.
Joe Owen has been replaced by Ben Grondona. David, you mentioned Bristol without Viliama Mata tonight. Stephen Luatura amongst the missing as well. Twins have their own injury problems. We have a fair few beyond that as well. Jack Walker re-engaging. Harlequins trying to light fires. They've got the penalty advantage. Played the best part of an hour. Is this the time for the try? Smith's kick. Murley having to work very hard. He did well to keep it in play, but that was as far as the hope went.
We had a collapse, then 5 metres out, 10's gone straight in the side, you killed them all, so you yellow card. Tom, you've gone in the side, you killed the ball. Yeah.
Oh, Bristol have lost their fly half.
Here's the mark. So you've gone in the side, you killed the ball. Even though he's running straight there. You're in there, and you've gone up the side.
Tom Jordan goes for 10. 10 for 10.
Yeah, take the 5. Discipline, we had a collapse and then side entry.
Yeah, he slipped straight past the first man, Will Evans, and gone onto the ball carrier at the back. It's pretty easy C for the ref, that.
Treadwell grits his teeth as he brings that ball down into the arms of Evans. It's shuttled backwards to Walker. Porter on hand. and goes and gives the ball, and the breakthrough from Waghorn.
Let it go!
Closest Quins have been.
No hand, Bristol!
Treadwell even closer.
Advantage offside.
Ball's gone loose, but there'll be another
Offside.
penalty.
Time off, yeah, I've seen it. Stay there. You've got a mouth guard flashing. I've just seen it. It's still flashing. Exactly. Time's off. He's offside.
Santi Grondona,
Time's
who
off. He's got a mouth guard flashing.
took the bang. Well, he wants to carry on. You can see the medics just wanting to make absolutely sure that he's fine too, which is good to see.
Then their hands are in front. Yeah, definitely no foul play. Well,
Shots are raining in. Waghorn's made a big difference for Quins, I think, the few minutes he's been on. Big old boy running real hard.
The second right there, that wasn't the whole picture. Yeah, okay.
So off he goes for the HIA.
17. Okay.
And on comes George Taylor. Premiership debut. 23-year-old. He's had a bit of Prem Cup experience, but here is his big step up.
What are you going to do?
And Ellis Genge back on because Jake Woolmore needs an HIA as well. So the doctor's room down below us here, and they've got more than one of them, and they'll need more than one of those doctor's rooms because the Bears with 2 players off having their heads checked.
Keep the gap! Benny.
Jake Woolmore looks mystified, but there will be a good reason for that, Flats. Treadwell again. Source of line-out ball. What that source hasn't led to so far is a try. High time Quins will say that they got one.
Broken away too.
Into the 60th minute, and still they search through Walker. Here's Guido Petty. Rubiolo doing what he can to stem the tide. So too Grondona, and Taylor's in the middle of all this. Surely now for Harlequins. Treadwell goes in to try to release things. Kenningham's there. Will Hobson looking to mark his first Premiership start with a try.
There's so much space out left if they shift it.
Now they go left, but not far left. Is it far enough to score? Not quite. Now surely. That Bristol defence, the determination, and now the score. Rodrigo Iskro with a little bit of flying and a whole lot of scoring. It's taken an hour.
Bit of flying. I think he ripped in a reverse pirouette mid-air.
I didn't find the grounding on my way around. Just want to try.
Goodness me, they made hard work of that.
Dean, just checking, please. I didn't get a grounding. Try yes or no. And just tell me what the restart is, please.
Okay, you're playing advantage for 5.
Yeah.
So try check yes or no. Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
47 phases in the build-up to what might be their first try.
Ooh. Ooh.
That looks okay to me, Willie.
Looks okay?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so we can award the try.
Yes.
That's a try.
Yeah, so Dean, you happy that we can award a try?
Yeah, we've just got one more angle, but I'm happy at the moment, yes.
Okay. I have a decision.
This is the last angle we have that might help confirm.
The grounding is good. Tell me when you're ready.
Absolutely.
Yeah, try's good.
It is.
Yeah, try's good. So Dean, I have a decision. The grounding is good for a try stand.
Marcus Smith not hanging around with the conversion. An hour gone. Quins finally get their party started, but it might be over fairly soon.
What a wonder when Ellis Genge thought his work was done for the day, and he came on having to fill in for his mate Jake Woolmore. I think it gives him a little signal. He says, "Oi, you owe me a coffee, boy. You owe me a coffee Monday, boy." looking after you here. Got to pay your dues, haven't you?
Big moment for Bristol, big moment for Harry Randall. For the first time since the hamstring injury on the opening weekend against Leicester back in September, the little whirlwind is back with us, and sooner than expected. Hurt himself the same day as AJ McGinty and Gabe Ibitoy, and life looked very bleak for Bristol back then, despite the win. But Randall back, and he will not noticeably slow things down. Randall for Kieran Marmion. Genge, who has that coffee to look forward to. He's actually head barista, I think, Ellis Genge. At the training base. Thacker. Genge. Anthony Thorpe wisely with the sidestep. Williams. Ripped up by George Kloska. Now then, Randall and Thacker and all the threat that he offers.
You land there, you must move. You fall on the wrong side, you must be able to move.
Is Harry Randall saying go for the post?
Shot called.
Yeah, Van Rensburg would be the designated kicker. James William tidy as well. But if you've got a yellow card, you'd maybe kick to the corner, try and milk some of those seconds off the clock. James Williams there with the tee, fancying it from, was it 38 metres out?
It's funny, you talk about coffee. Whenever you go to clubs' training grounds during the week, which we're lucky enough to do, the most important thing at the training ground is not the pitch, it's not the balls, it's not the coaches. It is always the coffee machine.
Yep. 100%.
Oh! Off the posts.
Hold! Hold on.
You see,
This is always fascinates me.
oh, he's off.
Hang on, where's he going? Genge, snorting fire! Caffeine injected! Ellis Genge! And has there ever been a try more celebrated than that one this season? He shouldn't even be on the pitch. Replaced a few minutes ago, brought back on in extremis, and he does this.
I tell you what, and he came back on, and he has been in everything since he came on. What you can't do, just like Lewis Rees-Zammit, but different, you can't give him a run-up. You give him a run-up, he's like a bull.
When was the last time you saw a loose-head prop score a try from 45 metres at the Allianz Stadium? What Ellis Genge is doing in the backfield in the first place, maybe taking a break, but the ball just often comes to him, and that there, tongue out, he knows his job was done.
He won't have to buy a flat white for weeks. I think he's in the backfield because he likes carrying from deep. England used him like that for a while. Very, very good at it. Jeez, he moves well for someone who's 126, 127 kilos. Nick David had to stick a shoulder in, but I think it would have taken a trank gun to take him down at that point.
And all of a sudden being back involved in this doesn't seem quite so bad. Coffee still owed, however. Boris Wenger's come on for Will Hobson and Sam Riley for Jack Walker, the other change in the Quins front row. Lucas Friday is on as well, the teenager, the 19-year-old scrum half. No Stu Townsend, no back Max Green. Sam Worsley is on for Aidan Boshoff as well in the Bristol back line.
You would say, because I think you'd struggle to say. We'll have another look at Ellis Genge. Aidan Boshoff, great awareness, gets the call. And here he goes. Best part of 300 metres out. Great many that would have stopped him there. I don't think you need Trevor Leota come out of retirement. Mega that.
Okay.
What's so good is that celebration tells you everything you need to know about what they think of Ellis Genge in that team. They love him.
He's got cramp now. That's what you get, mate. Showing off like that.
The first one to HIA.
We're banging the gels in, look, choking on the gels. Oh, no.
It's that pickle juice. It ain't the fun of that.
15 on
What's
15.
worse, Brussels sprouts or pickle juice?
It'll be a front row.
Well, we'll be trying to clear the post-Christmas fog.
He's good to go. Okay.
A couple of days after the big day on the banks of the Trent. Back in the Premier League with Nottingham Forest and Manchester City next Saturday. And the new year won't be very old before we find ourselves back in Melbourne, enjoying some tennis, the first Grand Slam of the season, the Australian Open. Every match here with us exclusively from January the 18th. Addison Keys and Yannick Sinner defending their titles.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Let's squeeze! Play away! No, it's fine. Ball's out.
It's a really nice carry that from Rensburg. Ball whipped straight wide to Lewis Rees-Zammit, just moving the point of contact. Quins don't quite know where the next threat's coming from. But again, Bristol are just making yards on yards and then turning the ball over, take it all back.
5 in the side.
There's a bit more than a minute to go on the Tom Jordan yellow.
I'm just thinking before, Oogs, not that Quins have got past a few phases many times at all in this game, but it'd be difficult to pinpoint exactly how they're trying to play, wouldn't it?
It would. I mean, it looks erratic, it's full of energy, but just lacking a bit of direction. Ultimately, you have to earn the right, and I know that's so cliched, but physically, I think they've lost that battle quite significantly to Bristol today.
Joe Launchbury, how well he knows this place. The airspace above Twickenham, all those England caps, a couple of Prem finals for Wasps. He's involved now. So still, Kenningham. Santi Grondona has passed his HIA. We will see him again shortly as Pedro Delgado tries to find second gear. Waghorn, Smith, trying to unpick knots in tight spaces. Launchbury, oh, Kenningham, absolutely upended by Genge. He's saying, if you're bringing me back on the pitch unexpectedly, then you're going to notice me.
Advantage 1 offside, yeah.
Cunningham South,
Good
Evans.
grab there, Woody, by Quins 13.
By Quins.
Yeah, on the 22.
That's foul
That's the
play.
voice of Dean Richards, the TMO.
I thought both at the same time. Okay. To play through. So, one was offside, but then there's a neck roll. So foul play trumps.
By 15.
There you are, see Nick David there.
Okay.
So having a look at Bristol and Quins, and of course your eyes are affected towards the scoreboard. But have a look at metres made and post-contact metres. 478 for Bristol versus 160. But for me, the worst is only 36 post-contact metres versus 87. Bristol today have muscled up. Yes, some of the flicks, tricks and tries have been sensational, but that is the game for me.
Tom Jordan is back with us. He's served his 10 minutes. Worth mentioning in that defensive effort as well, the work of Rubiolo and Harding and Bernard Janssen van Rensburg amongst the back line. All of them have made 14 tackles. Here is Harding taking one himself.
50-22 is on.
Randall, 50-22 is on and nailed.
How's the hammy?
50-22, yeah?
Bang on.
Correct.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Great vision, great awareness.
50.
I know we see a few, but I'm always surprised we don't see more of
I see
those.
him.
Such a weapon, brilliant kick from Randall.
The Bears initially, when he suffered the injury against Leicester, were thinking he might be gone until the new year. But he's a determined little package, Harry Randall, and here he is
Turned over.
doing stuff. Thacker's throw, Thacker's catch, Thacker's chug. Williams as well.
Very good. Very, very good. From Will Evans.
Off you go. James.
The frustration of being stopped in full flow, then losing
15.
the ball.
Come here.
Got himself involved in a way that he should.
You need to keep your comments to yourself. Off you go. Off you go.
James Williams being yellow carded.
Yeah.
12 prevents
That's
the quick tap.
ridiculous. He was lying in the wrong way, 80
Also,
metres from your try line.
So
You
we're
get a
going to
yellow
go
card
because
for
of the
that.
comments from 15. There you go.
That's a silly decision.
So Lewis Rees-Zammit gobbing off cost them an extra 10. Let's have a look at what James Williams did.
So yeah, they've won the ball.
Time off.
He's not releasing.
He's kept hold of it.
Full change.
Oh no, he trips him.
Hold on.
He trips Will Evans up.
Is that a trip?
Yeah, that's a trip. I didn't see it first time.
Time on.
Can't do that.
Well, the Bears will spend the rest of the match a man down. Waghorn with a fresh contract in his back pocket. Smith, and then Nick David managing to create a little bit of space for Iskro. Friday, and then Riley finding space, and Kenningham holding on to things. Smith wasn't far away, that was high, so Harlequins with free ball, and Wenger. Friday, Smith, David. Oh, that's beautifully done by Ben Waghorn. Petty, 2.5, 3 metres away. Riley! Not a lot to shout about this evening if you are from London, but that'll help.
It's too little too late from Quins, but it's decent nonetheless. Just wonder if this was in touch. That is tight.
Time off.
That right boot.
We've gone time off, Dean. Shall we formally check
please.
this?
Yeah, formally check it, please.
Dean Richards wants to have another look at this.
Okay, TMO check. Checking whether there was touch on the far side.
Here it comes, Woody.
So Adam, we're talking about a high tackle. I know it's after the game was stopped, or should have been stopped. So far.
This is Yvette's angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his left heel.
So the heel's on the line, isn't it?
Yeah, agree.
Okay.
It's
So
brilliant work from Noah Hewitt. Not been on long.
we're going to need to explain this.
Yeah, go on.
Okay,
Worked
so
his way back to full fitness, and he
what
saved the
we've
try.
got, we have a player in touch, so that there's a no try. However, so we've got a player that's in touch, there's no try. However, we've had play and we've had a high tackle, so it is foul play, so we're going to restart. Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's still foul play. So we're going to have to restart with a penalty just outside the 22 to Quins. For your penalty. So, yes, the game should have stopped because it's in touch. However, we have a player that's committed a high tackle. It's foul play. Foul play at any time is still foul play. So there's no try, it'll be a penalty here.
Penalty.
It'll be your penalty, so just to say again.
How many phases was that on that?
So that was actually before the high tackle, but because it's foul play, it's still your ball.
Yeah, okay.
It's a penalty only for the high tackle, wouldn't he?
Santi Grondona with the apology. Marcus Smith off the penalty, drills it. What? 6-7 metres short of the try line. Launchbury. Quinn still searching for a second try. Friday's there, so too Waghorn. Oh, he's so strong, determined. Holding on, staying upright in the tackle, finally getting the ball down. Launchbury. Cunningham South was an option. There goes Riley. Denied a try a minute or so ago. All the options away to the left-hand side. Once more, a test of this largely solid Bristol defence so far this evening. Just the one conceded. Being stretched here, though, being unpicked by Marcus Smith. It's not really been his day, it's not been Quinn's day, but right at the end, one of rugby's showmen does have his say.
You know, just as Marcus Smith got that ball, I was thinking to myself, geez, Bristol are defending well. They just stepped in. It was Ben Hornyats van Rensburg, possibly the best player on the field today. Overall, he steps in, he just buys that outside runner. No one follows him in, leaves a hole for Smith. Makes it look so easy. Too late, but it's beautiful.
Thanks, Bob.
We'll see him back here when the Six Nations kicks into gear at the start of February against Wales. For the time being, still scoring for his club. But Quinn still 2 tries short of a consoling bonus point. Cunningham South. Bit more than 5 minutes to go. Quinn's penalty. Delgado
That's just a knock on, and
slams it back. Petty able to pick it up and go again.
No.
Once more it was Delgado. Smith. Murley. Good Quinn's clear out. Creating ball for Iskro to try to profit from, and the tackle from Hewitt made sure that Iskro couldn't chase it.
Agree.
Hewitt's been busy since he came on. He's missed all this.
He has, and you know, he made the tackle that forced Iskro into touch, and he really hurt his shoulder doing it, his right shoulder, and he's been holding it the last few minutes since. So how about this for courage? Absolutely slams him with it. We like that. He has been busy.
Don't close it. No 50-22. Markers outside.
Into the final 5 minutes of the penultimate Gallagher PREM game before Christmas. Newcastle against Bath. Still to come with us tomorrow here on TNT Sports. Hewitt. What he would give for an injury-free run between now and the end of the season. Sam Worsley helping to create the link that very nearly released Thacker. Just in the end ran out of room. Who's picking Gallagher man of the match? Flats, who's on your shortlist?
It's quite a long shortlist, actually, and unsurprisingly, it's 5 lads from Bristol. You can read the names, I ain't got to read them out. They've all been offering different things. Ben Hard, Janssen van Rensburg, very, very close. Did himself many favours on the Marcus Smith try just now. You'll find out soon enough. I'll make my mind up soon enough.
Smith. And Waghorn back to the fly half. Now the fullback, David. Cunningham South
2 knock-ons.
has lost it. Who's your man of the match, Hughes, if it was your job tonight?
Ellis Genge has been excellent, absolutely sensational. I think Fitzharden the same, the physicality from the forwards, but spoke about him earlier on. I think we discussed him just after second half. Van Rensburg and the work he does. I'm not sure. But you look for weaknesses in players' games. He doesn't have an obvious one. He's physical. He goes 80 minutes. He's a good ball player. He's a big old banger, and he makes players around him look infinitely better. That's what you want from a teammate.
And still, Danny Kerr doesn't want him to play for England. What's his problem, Hoogs? You're his mate.
I mean, you go back a year ago, it felt like a real position of problem. We only thought we had Ollie Lawrence there. Seb Atkinson's been class, Max Ajomo, but there's the stats for today. Another good day.
Yeah, he's England qualified next November. He's 28 at the moment. He'll be 30 at the next World Cup in Australia, so he's got time on his side. And I guess the challenge, and there will be lots of you at home going, but hang on, what about the English players, the legitimately homegrown English-born players who might also play in midfield? They've got to raise their game. There's the challenge.
If it creates competition, which makes players better, then I'm here for it. If we're able to select the best players and he falls under that remit, then he's certainly one of those best players.
Riley, meantime, for Harlequins, who haven't given up hope of a third. They're going to get a fourth. They're going to have to score one very quickly. Ooh. Delgado went down prematurely, but still David offering that threat. Murley couldn't quite get that ball away. It was a long shot, but it was a shot. Kenningham. Bristol offside, so Quins will have the penalty. Cunningham South. Wow. Fitzharding continuing to grit his teeth in a defensive capacity.
He's not made it on the list, but Joe Batley as well,
Yep.
I've got to say.
Yeah. Pretty much every week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of graft. It's a high-quality player today. Quality's been right up there from Batley. Great asset for Bristol.
Well, I guess there's a reason he's been picked to captain England A this season. In the 80th minute, one last attacking hope for Harlequins, one last big defensive effort for Bristol. Riley, oh, he's very nearly there. Oh, Bristol have turned it over, and it will be their Christmas. Walloped away by a returning Harry Randall. Winter's meant to be a time when Bears hibernate. No one's told this lot. What a first half performance that was from them in particular. Lewis Rees-Zammit central to it. Pat Lam will have his gripes, he always will. He'll wonder why they conceded the tries that they did. But it will take nothing away from the half dozen that the Bears ran in. Revovo, Batley, O'Gray, and then Rees-Zammit and Grondona and Ellis Genge all the way from Putney, or so it seemed, and it equals Bristol's best ever win at Harlequins. Final score at the Allianz Stadium here at Twickenham. Harlequins 14, a very, very impressive Bristol 40.